Well, when I was younger, I always was, what I would guess I would say is hypersensitive, you know. I always sort of knew things which weren't always, the way I obtained that information by knowing something wasn't always through my five senses. It wasn't until later on that I learned that anytime you receive information or know something without using your five senses, that is considered a psychic ability. I remember in high school, like, you know, holding someone's hand. Tell me what you see when you hold my hand. And I described like a red car and an accident. And it freaked her out because her boyfriend drove a red car, and then they got into an accident, just the way that I said it would happen, you know, at an intersection. And I said, I think maybe in Westford, you know. And it was Westford Street that they got into the accident on, you know. So I started doing readings probably at the point where I was in college, like maybe 19. And I did them, you know, like parties at people's houses. I would do tarot parties, things like that. It was a way to sort of get by while I was in college, and even when I went to the Spiritualist Church, I would do readings, you know, and went for my certification. It was always a part of my life from the time I was like 18 on, you know. And then when I finished college, I decided to study with the Spiritualist Church of England. Through this woman, I got an invitation to study with them, and I was the first American they ever certified as a medium, and to this day I was the youngest person ever certified as a medium. I was 19, I was certified as a medium. To this day, no one has really been that young to do it, and of course going to England I didn't like as much, but I came right back afterwards, and I decided to, well, no matter what, you know, whether I do this as a living or not, I want to make sure I have an education. So, you know, I finished and got my master's in psychology, and I figured if I did this, that would sort of help anyways. This career chooses you more than you choose it. I think anyone who's ever really come into this career has sort of come either unwillingly or reluctantly or surprisingly just falls into it in some ways. We've had people come and take classes from us, and then they've ended up working for us. I meet some people who are just have natural, just raw talent that needs to be refined. And then I meet other people who actually open up and work at that ability. I think there are two kinds of psychics. I think there are the ones that are born with it and can always be polished. And then I think there are the ones that can open up to it, even if they aren't exactly born with it all the way open. I think what's really most important for someone who's just starting out in the world, so to speak, or, you know, a young person who's starting to think about their careers, you really got to do what you love to do. You can't do something because your parents tell you to do it, or because some test tells you that's what you'd be good at, or all your life you've been groomed to be this because this is what your father does and his father does. I see every day people who do what they thought they should do rather than what they wanted to do. And somewhere in the middle of their life they even have to go back to school and do it all over again because they never studied what they wanted to study. Right from an early age, if people just were encouraged to do what they want to do rather than what they feel they should do, I think that the world would be a much better place with a lot happier people in their jobs.